Over 60? Then your eyes may already be under silent attack, even if your vision still feels normal. The retina is one of the most delicate tissues in your body, and it's extremely sensitive to nutrient shortages and oxidative stress. Sunflower seeds may help protect it. That's because they're packed with vitamin E, one of nature's most powerful fat-soluble antioxidants. Vitamin E may help reduce oxidative damage in the retina, which is a key factor behind blurry vision and night-driving issues in seniors. Your retina needs antioxidants to handle daily exposure to light and free radicals. Without them, your ability to see clearly, especially in dim light, starts to fade. One large study in the archives of ophthalmology found that seniors with higher vitamin E intake had up to 25% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration over a 10-year period. Let me tell you about Mahmood, a 67-year-old retired engineer who came in complaining of poor night vision. He stopped driving at night because headlights looked like smears and street signs were unreadable. We looked into his diet. Not a trace of vitamin E. No nuts, no seeds, no healthy oil. Just standard carbs and protein. We started small. Just 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds each day, sometimes sprinkled over his salad, other times eaten as a light snack. Within 2 months, his night vision started coming back. By his 3rd month, he was confident enough to drive at dusk again, and told us he hadn't done that in over a year. Even his retina scan showed a drop in oxidative stress marker. His optometrist called it surprisingly stable for his age. Not bad for a change that cost less than 50 cents a day. If you're thinking of trying this, start with 2 tablespoons daily. Raw or roasted is fine. Just skip the salted ones if you're watching your blood pressure. And remember, vitamin E is fat-soluble, so pair the seeds with a small amount of healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado. Sunflower seeds may not be flashy, but for many seniors, they offer a quiet path back to visual freedom. Wait until you see what pumpkin seeds can do for the pigment that protects your eyes from blue light. Coming up next, pumpkin seeds may look seasonal, but their vision benefits last year-round, especially if you're over 60. These small green seeds are one of nature's richest sources of dietary zinc, and that matters more for your eyes than most people realize. Zinc plays a unique role in your visual system. It helps carry vitamin A from your liver to your retina, where it's used to make melanin, a pigment that protects your eye from light damage. When zinc is low, this entire protective system starts to falter. That means your retina becomes more sensitive to UV exposure, blue light from screens, and even the oxidative stress of aging. And here's the kicker. Zinc deficiency is extremely common in seniors, especially those with restricted diets or gut absorption issues. One major study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that zinc supplementation reduced the risk of advanced macular degeneration by 21% in older adults. But here's the good news. You can get a reliable daily dose of zinc from food, not pills. Take Lillian, a 74-year-old retired teacher who came to us worried about her blurry central vision. She described it as trying to read through a cloudy windshield. She loved books, but had started using magnifiers just to follow a sentence. After testing her nutrient levels, her zinc came back low. We kept it simple, just 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds in her oatmeal every morning. That gave her about 2.5 milligrams of zinc per day from real food. In 3 months, her vision stabilized. She said her eyes felt less strained, and she stopped needing extra magnification. Her joy returned, especially when she started reading to her grandkids again. Pumpkin seeds are easy to add. Toss them in yogurt, cereal, trail mix, or eat them by the handful. Choose unsalted, roasted, or raw, depending on your preference. Just be consistent. Eye health is a daily investment, not a quick fix. And if you thought pumpkin seeds were powerful, wait until you see what a single scoop of chia can do to calm hidden inflammation in your retina. Chia seeds may be tiny, but when it comes to protecting aging eyes, their impact is anything but small. They're one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which may help reduce inflammation in your retina. Inflammation is one of the sneakiest threats to senior vision. It often builds slowly, without pain, but silently damages the macula, which controls your central vision. Left unchecked, this inflammation can lead to blurry spots, sensitivity to light, and even leaky blood vessels inside the eye. That's where chia seeds come in. A recent clinical trial published in Nutrients found that daily ALA intake helped support retinal blood vessel integrity and reduced key markers of inflammation within just 8 weeks. But the benefits don't stop there. Chia seeds are also rich in antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids are directly absorbed by the eye and act like natural sunglasses, helping filter harmful blue light and UV rays. Let me share the story of Nancy, a 70-year-old former seamstress who loved embroidery. She told us her patterns were becoming hard to see, even in bright light, and her eyes always felt dry and gritty. Her scan revealed early retinal inflammation and signs of dryness along the ocular surface. We looked at her diet. Almost no omega-3s, no fish, no flax, no seeds. So we started with 2 tablespoons of chia seeds soaked overnight and added to her morning smoothie. Within 6 weeks, her dry eye symptoms began to ease. She said the burning stopped, and her vision felt sharper and less washed out. By week 8, she was back to threading needles, without needing a magnifier. The seeds didn't just help her see, they gave her back the joy of doing what she loved. If you're trying this at home, soak 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in water for 10 minutes. Add to smoothies, yogurt, or even juice. Start slow if your stomach is sensitive. Chia is high in fiber. Coming up next is a seed that may help you say goodbye to eye drops altogether by supporting the tear film itself. Flax seeds might be small, but they could be your secret weapon against one of the most common complaints after 60, dry, irritated eyes. As you age, the tear film that keeps your eyes moist and comfortable often begins to break down. It evaporates faster, leaving your eyes dry, gritty, and blurry. Flax seeds may help restore that delicate balance. They're a top plant-based source of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, and omega-3 fatty acid shown to support the oily layer of your tear film. That layer is crucial. Without it, your eyes can't hold moisture, no matter how many drops you use. A clinical study in the Cornea Journal showed that seniors who took flaxseed oil daily experienced a 42% reduction in dry eye symptoms in just 30 days. It's not just about comfort. Chronic dryness can lead to inflammation and long-term damage to your cornea and lens. Now meet Yousef, a 69-year-old retired school bus driver who came in with classic dry eye symptoms. By late afternoon, his eyes felt sore and sandy, making it hard to focus. He had tried artificial tears, but the relief barely lasted an hour. When we looked at his diet, he avoided fish and wasn't getting any omega-3s. We introduced ground flax seeds into his breakfast, just 1 tablespoon mixed into yogurt. Why ground? Because whole flax seeds often pass through your system undigested, and you won't get the benefits. Within 2 weeks, Yousef noticed less eye fatigue. After 1 month, he told us he had stopped using eye drops altogether. He was even back to watching old westerns without squinting or blinking constantly. His wife said it best. He doesn't rub his eyes every 5 minutes anymore. If you want to try flax seeds, start with 1 tablespoon daily. Use freshly ground seeds for best absorption, and keep them in the fridge to prevent spoilage. And here's the best part. They're also rich in lignans, which may help support retinal and lens health long-term. But if you think flax seeds are helpful, wait until you hear how black sesame can improve circulation to the retina itself. Black sesame seeds may be one of the best-kept secrets in traditional nutrition for aging eyes, especially when it comes to protecting your retina's blood supply. What makes them unique is their rich combination of zinc, vitamin B1, and powerful antioxidants like sesamin and sesamolin. These compounds don't just fight free radicals, they help strengthen the tiny blood vessels that feed your retina. That's especially important in seniors with circulation issues, diabetes, or early signs of retinal swelling. Poor blood flow in the eye can cause fragile vessels to leak or close off, leading to distorted vision, floaters, or even permanent damage. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that seniors who consumed black sesame regularly had better retinal blood flow and lower oxidative stress markers after just 6 weeks. One of our most inspiring cases was Ament, a 72-year-old tailor who had been managing type 2 diabetes for over a decade. He started noticing dark spots in his vision and subtle distortion when looking at straight lines. Classic signs of early diabetic retinopathy. He was terrified he'd lose his sight. Alongside his medical treatment, we introduced a daily mixture of 1 tablespoon of roasted black sesame seeds blended with a teaspoon of raw honey. He took it each evening like a dessert, simple and consistent. After 8 weeks, his OCT scan showed less swelling in his retina, and the dark floaters had become less frequent. More than that, he told us he was finally able to read his Quran without straining. This tiny change gave him back clarity and confidence. If you're thinking of trying black sesame seeds, aim for 1 tablespoon daily. Roast them lightly to unlock more flavor, or sprinkle over rice, soups, or stir-fry. Just be mindful if you have a sesame allergy or struggle with blood sugar. Always pair with a balanced meal. And if you thought improved circulation was powerful, wait until you hear how 1 special seed may help protect your optic nerve from silent damage. Hemp seeds might surprise you, but they may be one of the best natural tools to protect your optic nerve as you age. The optic nerve is like a cable that carries all the visual signals from your eyes to your brain. Once it's damaged, vision often fades from the edges inward, and the loss is usually permanent. That's where hemp seeds come in. They're rich in gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, a rare omega-6 fatty acid that, unlike most omega-6, actually helps reduce inflammation. And inflammation is a major silent villain in conditions like glaucoma, which slowly damages the optic nerve over time. A study in Current Eye Research found that GLA may help improve blood flow to the optic nerve and slow nerve fiber loss in seniors with early-stage glaucoma by as much as 28% in just 3 months. Now meet Elias, a 75-year-old former newspaper editor who lived for reading headlines and editing pages. After retirement, he started noticing tunnel vision and increasing pressure in his eyes. Diagnosed with early glaucoma, he feared going blind. His diet had almost no omega-3s or anti-inflammatory fats. So, we added 2 tablespoons of raw, shelled hemp seeds to his daily breakfast. They're soft, slightly nutty, and easy to mix into oatmeal or smoothies. Within 2 months, his eye pressure dropped slightly, but more importantly, his optic nerve scans showed a slower rate of thinning. Elias told us that taking control of his eye health, 1 spoonful at a time, made him feel empowered. He still used his prescribed drops, but he felt like the hemp seeds gave him a real edge in protecting his vision. If you want to try this, look for raw, shelled hemp seeds, sometimes called hemp hearts. Start with 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, ideally with breakfast, and store them in the fridge to keep them fresh. And if hemp seeds can help protect your optic nerve, just wait until you hear about the one seed that may actually restore lost vision cells in the retina. Saffron seeds, or more precisely, the dried red stigmas from the saffron crocus, may be the most powerful natural ally for your vision. What sets saffron apart is its concentration of 2 rare carotenoids, crocin and crositin. These compounds don't just defend your eyes, they target the photoreceptor cells in your retina that convert light into images. These cells are often the first to suffer an age-related macular degeneration, AMD, leading to blurred central vision, distortion, and even dark spots. But saffron may help support their function, and even restore it. A major clinical study in the British Journal of Ophthalmology found that seniors with early-stage AMD who took 20 milligrams of saffron daily saw significant improvements in retinal sensitivity and visual sharpness within 3 months. That's not just slowing the decline. That's actual improvement. Let me tell you about Abraham, a 79-year-old former painter who came to us after nearly losing his ability to see faces and colors. Doctors told him to prepare for permanent central vision loss. His daughter brought him to us, hoping for something, anything, that could help. We recommended a high-quality saffron supplement, standardized to 20 milligrams of pure extract daily, taken in the morning with food. By week 6, he noticed the patterns in his prayer mat becoming clear again. By week 12, he could recognize his grandson's face across the room, something he thought was gone forever. His retina scans showed increased electrical responsiveness, a sign that the photoreceptors were working better. He called it a miracle, but the science behind it is real. If you're considering saffron, look for lab-tested capsules with a consistent dose. Culinary saffron isn't enough. Be cautious of cheap powders or blends, which are often diluted. Saffron isn't a quick fix, but taken daily, it may help support one of the most precious things you own, your sight. Let's recap. From sunflower's vitamin E to saffron's retinal regeneration power, these 7 seeds may help reduce inflammation, protect your retina, stabilize your tear film, and support the optic nerve. 1 tablespoon here, a daily scoop there. These small steps may offer powerful protection against age-related vision loss. So tell us, what's your age, where are you watching from, and which seed are you most excited to try? We'd love to hear your story in the comments.